Hello beautiful mystic souls. So I'm just gonna play this little clip because most people, mainly people that are, my skin tone, they don't believe things unless someone with a lighter skin tone says it. So I'm gonna play this clip for us women when it comes to our uterus.
Been talked about what happens to women when they lose their uterus. I commonly see women every day whose gynecologist told them, oh, you're 40, you're not interested in kids, get that uterus out, you don't need that uterus anymore. Yeah. Or even younger. The average age of hysterectomy in this country is 39, and we've seen way too many women less than 30 already have had a hysterectomy. It's tragic. Yeah. Never ever ever need a hysterectomy for fibroids. Let's stop doing that. It's why are we amputating? Essentially, hysterectomy is an amputation. Why are we amputating young, primarily African-American women for benign disease? This is not cancer.
Yeah, wow. I
know a lot of our women and our grandmothers and mothers and great-grandmothers, they probably already got this procedure done when there was just no need to do it. Like, we shouldn't even do that. There's natural ways. There's natural ways to heal fibroids and cysts. One of the main things they talk about is your diet. A lot of us, we eat those high estrogen foods, like those red meats. I know a lot of us, we like it. And then also dairy. I ate dairy every day. I don't eat it anymore, but literally I was eating it every day, and I really didn't even think about it. So I love dairy. A lot of us love dairy. We need to cut it out. And also we need to exercise, and we also need to check our iron levels, especially if we have heavy periods dealing with the fibroids and cysts. And then our vitamin D levels, that plays another key role. Vitamin D level plays another key role when dealing with the fibroids and when dealing with anything in the body, really. Us brown skin, men and women, if we just check our vitamin D levels and raise it up, get it higher. They say the minimum is 30 to 100. You don't want to be at a 30. You want to at least be 50, 60, like in the mid-range. And then every problem that you have will start going away. There's a lot of symptoms, and I made a video on that. You can watch my video on my TikTok, Adriana Ashay, or I also have a YouTube video at Mystic Souls explaining all these things. Go check it out. Do your research. Do your research on these things. You don't always have to, and trust your gut. Always trust your gut, especially when it comes to what the doctors say. You don't have to just jump at what they say. And after you do that, you may regret it. So just trust your gut, do your research, work on changing your diet. I know a lot of people, they don't want to become vegan or vegetarian, but it does help if you have some of these issues. I promise you, it does help. A lot of us don't even eat green vegetables or fruit and stuff like that, but it does help changing your diet and exercising more and getting some more vitamin D. Check and see if you have anemia or ferritin issues, like deficiencies, because that also deals with heavy periods and fibroids. But really it's the fibroids that's causing your heavy period. So we just want a healthy womb, and men, I know they want a healthy life too, and a healthy sexual organ as well. You will be shocked when you find out some of the symptoms with a vitamin D deficiency. It's like you've been taking medicine for all this other stuff, and really it's just been vitamin D. Like I said, go check my video out, do your research, get your blood levels checked, tell them check all your vitamins and your hormones, and thank me later. It's just crazy that some of us, speaking of us as a whole, it's just crazy that we don't believe things unless, they say it. Like, why can't you believe me if I say it? Or if you had, a brown skinned doctor, you don't necessarily believe them. Why is that? It's crazy. I'll be telling some of my family members or friends stuff, and they don't do nothing. but then they hear it from somebody else sometime down the road, and then they get or start doing whatever it is. And I said, I've been telling you that for a long time, man. I don't know. It's crazy.
Healthy and being on the preventative side. So that's like music to my ears because I've seen how much it's worked for me. And I remember talking to my oncologist about it, and she was like, you know, that's not going to work, basically. And I said, just give me time.
Yeah, it does.
And she also wanted to put me on a birth control that was progesterone only, like the Mirena IUD. How do you feel about those type of birth controls that are only progesterone?
Well, I mean, Mirena is a common thing that's, you know, it's a progestin-laden IUD that does lighten flow again, but even the progesterone family of hormones does stimulate fibroid growth. So it's not just estrogen, progesterone too. So for the same reasons, it's kind of this double-edged sword. Mirena will work for a while, but eventually, usually it gets overwhelmed by the growth of these fibroids. So,
wow.
But you brought up a number of really good points about, you know, trust your gut. I think that's really important. You knew that when something wasn't right, it's not right. When you have a certain belief in something that you think will work, you know, trust your instinct and your gut on this. You're likely to be right. Certainly, if you go to a physician or any healthcare provider and you feel like you're being dismissed or you're not being listened to, leave. Find another doctor. There are plenty of good doctors out there. You need to find someone that's going to be your partner in this. You know, it's not I'm the doctor, you're the patient, this paternalistic kind of, we're in a team together. And that's why it's important to prepare to see the physician, be armed with questions, bring somebody with you. That's really important because, you know, when I tell people.
I had Mirena for 7 years, and then I had switched to the Lolita and however you say it. I only had that in for like a year because I was just like, man, something's not right. Like, I just kept hearing my inner voice or whatever tell me for a while, you need to take that thing out. Because as you see that video I just showed you, but I wasn't listening until finally over a year ago, I finally took it out. And I haven't really started really focusing on my healing journey until a few months ago. Like, let's see, I really got into it probably March, April. So it hasn't been that long, but I'm still, you know, noticing progress on everything. And just gotta be patient. All things heal with time. Some things heal faster than others. Just be patient, don't get discouraged, and keep going. Always listen to that inner voice. Follow your gut and your intuition.